everyone, and welcome back. It's Gina from orchidandopal.com. Today we are going to open up the Sam's bead box for April 2022 together. And as you can already see, the theme for this month is going to be Secret Garden. So I think personally I'm going to especially enjoy this one just based on the name of the theme. Every month the theme and palette is totally different. So over time you get a great variety of different items to play around with, and you're not stuck with the same things over and over again. And I highly recommend this subscription, especially if you enjoy different shapes of check glass, as well as getting gemstone beads. I'll leave a link directly to the subscription right down below the video. It's got all the details there. And I also have a coupon code, it's Orchid, and that will save you $5 off your first month if you'd like to try this one out. So that'll be down below as well. Sam's Bead Box does ship anywhere in the world, except for the UK just due to the VAT requirements, and the price point of the box is about $45 plus shipping. Now with all those details out of the way, let's go ahead and open this one up and take a closer look. All right, so there's a sneak peek for you of our box contents all wrapped up and ready for us to open. We'll take a closer look at everything one at a time in just a moment. I wanted to bring to your attention the two inserts that came in the box this month. The first sheet is giving us a really sweet inspiration story behind the box with the intent for the contents to be light and joyful, just like the bloom of springtime. Also listed here are some details about the upcoming April 21st live sale. You can shop past boxes at samsbeadshop.com, as well as a lot of other beads and components. And you can sign up for the text reminders so you know about their weekly classes and future sale events. Finally, on this second page, we have the list of everything included. It says the retail value is $77, and we're going to have 21 different bags of items and components to go through today. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get organized, and then we'll look at everything close up one at a time. All right, starting out with bag number 1, we have some check glass leaf focal beads in green teal luster. These are 16 by 25 millimeters in size, and we have 4 total. So here you can see that lovely teal green color with that slightly metallic rainbow AB coating that is on top of that color. And we have some veining detail there etched into the leaves on both sides, and that hole that's drilled there at the top. We then have some check glass bell flowers. There's about 30 pieces in this bag in the emerald teal color and the 6 by 8 millimeter size. So here you can see we have some more green. These are a very juicy emerald green color that let a lot of the light pass through. The bell flowers have the hole that runs up and down from top to bottom. And looking at one of these flowers on the face, they have about 5 petals. And you can use these sort of like you would a drop bead. In bag number 3, we have check glass pebble chips in the emerald teal color as well. These are about 2.5 by 5 millimeters with 75 pieces in the bag. They have that sort of organic shape that makes them look tumbled, and it's really a generous quantity that we get. A lot of the quantities of things that we get in Sam's Bead Box are very generous, and as you can see, we're getting already a great variety of shapes and sizes. And then for bag number 4, we're bringing in a very generous 15-inch strand of 10 millimeter round rainbow fluorite. These are genuine semi-precious gemstone beads and a great addition with that purple and green combination that we usually see in the fluorite. Here you can see these stunning, very smooth, polished stone beads, lots of different shades of light green, and then we have the contrast of that deep purple that goes from the lighter amethyst color to a very deep shade of plum. Our next bag contains some check glass hibiscus flowers in blooming wisteria. This is a 5-piece set of the 14 millimeter size. I'm just going to hold one of these up under the light so you can see that light passing through. They have a very pale, slightly pinkish purple cast to the glass on the inside. You can see that they also have the finish that makes them look a little bit more antiqued or vintage, and that frosted edge around those petals. And there, of course, is the hole that goes through the center of the bead. Next up are some check glass melon beads in the fuchsia wash purple. These are a chunky 10 millimeter size, and this is a 15-piece strand. These are really great. You can see the corrugated shape with those ridges that go around these round glass beads, the kind of various shades of purpley pink and magenta, and a hint of a metallic wash over the top of that color. And another beautiful color to add to that emerald teal green. They complement each other very well and give us another larger size bead to work with. We then have 8 pieces of the check glass center drilled flowers in lilac crystal AB. These are the 16 millimeter diameter size. Aren't these beautiful? They have the stunning color of lavender as the base of the glass. I've got one flipped over there for you to see how the top, where it's concave, it's got that AB finish that gives us that pop of metallic rainbow shine. But even through the back of the bead or the other side, you can still get a lot of that reflective quality coming through. And these are a great size for layering. So you could put a smaller, flatter flower on top of this one if you want to and achieve a beautiful layered floral effect. I've seen that done with bead weaving, embroidery. And I think the next item that we're going to look at would actually work well incorporated in the center of these somehow. And that next bag is containing the check glass daisy spacers in light tanzanite luster. They're a 5 millimeter smaller size, and we have about 100 pieces included. So here is that selection, another very generous quantity in this bluish violet purple color. The hole goes through the face of these little daisy spacers, and of course you could use them as a spacer, but you could also use them as a layered component if you put it like that, and you can even have something in between the larger and the smaller flower there, and perhaps a little seed bead or something to pull it all into place at the center. We then have a hibiscus focal. This is in blue crystal copper, 21 millimeters in diameter. We have one piece inside, so let's take a closer look at that. I wanted to hold this one up too so you could see that sort of pale blue background that it has and some of that luster, hint of metallic coating, especially in the center and around the sides of the table cut glass. You can see where the hole is located there, going through the center and through the side of the flower, and then the frosted edges around the petals. We have some more gemstone beads with this next selection of hand-cut labradorite faceted brios. They are about 5 by 8 to 7 by 11 millimeters in size, and we have 5 pieces included. And here are the 5 brio drops. You can see the light faceting that they have, as well as the quality that we expect from labradorite, where you see those flashes of blue or green or purple, or maybe a combination of those when they are moved under the light and light is reflecting in different directions, with the overall sort of dove gray color tone. And then we have a bag containing approximately 25 pieces of check glass primrose beads in vitriol mix. These are a 10 millimeter size. Aren't these fun? They have that bright silver on one side of the flower, and then you can get the different shades of blue and some of those fiery pinks and topaz shades as well that also reflect off of that silver background. And you can see where the hole is located going up through the center of the side of the bead, and yet another shape of check glass flowers for us to play with in this theme. Looks like we're not done with flowers yet, though. We still have this selection of the 8 millimeter pressed daisies in blue luster, about 25 pieces of those. So here you can see these are a pressed 6-petal variety. They've got the solid grayish blue glass with that sort of lustery, silvery coating going over the top and the hole going through the center to allow for showing off that floral face. Bringing in a little bit more of the blue with the next bag, we have about 15 pieces of 7 by 11 millimeter check glass twist barrels in spring blue mix. These are so gorgeous. They have a more transparent side and then a creamier, milkier periwinkle side. The hole that goes through the length of these twisted ovals, they just have a slight twisted shape, very smooth and glossy, and all just a little bit different depending on where the different types of glass settle in. Up next, we have a 25-piece strand of 7 by 8 millimeter check glass petals in aqua rainbow luster. Want to show you the face of these. You can make your own beaded flowers or components with these little petals by weaving these and bringing these together. It's just a lovely shade of aqua blue with that metallic rainbow coating on the top, giving us the iridescent effect, and they still let a lot of the light through that transparent glass. And another shape of leaf, we have the 10-piece B grade or imperfect shape, 12.5 by 17 millimeter check glass leaves in Eden mix. And what leaf is truly perfect? So that's okay. Sometimes when you get something that is supposed to have a more organic look, actually looks more realistic when it isn't exactly perfect. So here we have the two-tone leaves, the blue on one side and the green on the other that's a little more transparent on the green side. We have the top drilled hole that is going right through the side of that wider portion of the leaves. A lot of detail in the etched design at the top and the bottom. And these really bring a lot of our blues and greens together. Next, we have this generous mix. There's about 100 pieces of these star rice beads in what they're calling the sweet springtime mix. They're about a 3 by 6 millimeter size. And we get mixes from time to time like this in Sam's bead box that go along with the theme or color palette. This one is no different. And this time we see these small oval-shaped rice beads with these sort of star-like etched design in the gold wash. And different colors in cobalt blue and light aqua, very light rosaline pink, and some of this maybe peridot green that all come together and coordinate well with our palette. And next we have another focal and another stone component. This is the rose quartz faceted oval. It's a 25 by 35 millimeter piece. I'm going to hold this one up too, and you can see that little bit of faceting that is cut beautifully into the outside of this oval. The hole runs up and down through the center of the length of this component. We have the beautiful light pink rose quartz, and there is a look at the side so you can get an idea of how thick that is. But a beautiful component that could be used, and certainly one of those components that I feel would be especially beautiful if you are into wire working. I think a wire setting would set this off beautifully. Our next bag contains a 50-piece strand of check fire polish faceted rounds in Cherry Blossom AB, and this is the 3 millimeter size. I'm all about the cherry blossoms in spring, as you all know, and you can see how these really capture that very light, delicate pink color. And as they move under the light, you can see the slight rainbow of colors that come alive in the finish. Our second to last bag and last bag of beads contains the check glass Druck rounds in pink crystal AB. These are a 6 millimeter size with about 55 pieces included. Another hint of this light blush pink tone and the AB coating, really bringing that to life in some areas, and a great classic shape and size to go with some of our other more adventurous pressed glass and gemstone components. Our last bag contains some components by Tierra Cast. These are, of course, in the antique pewter. We have two heart leaf charms, 15 by 17 millimeter, and then we have a grape leaf link, 13 by 33 millimeters. So there you go, beautiful handcrafted metallic components made in the US, lead-free. And there's a look at the back of that link and a look at the other side of the charm. They are the same on both sides with tons of detail in both. And with this subscription, you can expect the bulk of the contents to be beads, and then you get a few metallic components on occasion, just like these, all high quality, to go along with the high quality beads. So that wraps it up for the April 2022 Sam's Bead Box in the Secret Garden theme. I think it's stunning. I think it definitely captures that garden feel, lots of lush, leafy greens, all sorts of cooler floral shades, blues, pinks, purples that all come together in the form of beautiful check glass or gemstone varieties. A solid mix of shapes and sizes, including components that could be used easily as focals and designed around, all the way down to smaller spacer-sized beads. So this subscription I highly recommend. As you can see, I hope you enjoyed checking this one out too. And like I said, every month's theme and color palette is totally different, so next month will be something else new and fun to play with, and I think they do a wonderful job switching that up. So once again, if you'd like to try the subscription out, you can use the coupon code ORCHID, ORCHID. That will save you $5 off your first box, and I will leave that as well as the link to the subscription right down below the video. Be sure to check my past unboxings for this one. You can get a feel for the types of things you can expect to receive, and also be sure to check out the video I did recently about how I design with the contents of Sam's Bead Box. Feel free to let me know what you think about this month's theme, or what your favorite item is, or anything else you'd like to say. If you enjoyed checking out these contents up close, give the video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and feel free to share the video with your other bead-loving friends. I'll be back again real soon, but until next time, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.